You know that time of day when you and your significant other are coming home from work and the children, maybe they've been in school all day, or maybe you've been carrying them all day. Those special hours between 3 and 6 p.m. in the evening when you are expected to get a healthy meal on the table that is delicious and pleases all the people in your family. You know what I'm talking about? That can be tough. And here on this channel, we are tackling that problem. And today is no different. I have an exciting new cookbook to share with you, which is an entire meal prep strategy that I think even those that hate meal prep will enjoy. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am sharing with you the special bonuses that come with the pre-order of the Cook Once Dinner Fix cookbook. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of the Cook Once Eat All Week book by Joy Garcia and the team at fedandfit.com. That book, you guys, is so amazing. But what she did that's even better is she took all the suggestions and the input from the first book and created a second book that comes out in mid-September. And I am on the launch team, so I'm gonna have a copy in my hands any day now, and I will totally jump on here and over on Instagram to share that with you. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you probably should. It's the same, Still Stacy over on Instagram. Today, we are going to do a vegetarian meal, actually 2 meals, so a form of meal prep that your whole family's gonna love. Today's recipes are part of a special pre-order deal that Cassie Joy is giving away for just ordering her book. So if you know you're gonna order it eventually, you might as well do it now. And she will send you 4 different sets of meal prep recipes, and each set is 2 meals, which was one of the inputs from the first book. So the first book, especially if you had a small family and whatever the protein was for that week, so let's say it's chicken, you would prep a lot of chicken, make 2 delicious meals, and probably have leftovers. What that translates to is chicken pretty much every day for a week. And then the next week you'd switch to a different protein. And for some people, that's totally fine, and the recipes were different enough that it wasn't terrible to eat chicken all day, every day. But some people like variety. I mean, I think a lot of people like variety. So she switched it up. In this book, you get 2 meals with 1 protein. So you could put 2 sets of meals together and have 2 different proteins. And as always, these cookbooks are great for one-on recipes too. So that was the first criticism, was people didn't want to have the same protein all week. And the second thing was they didn't want to spend all day in the kitchen on a Sunday prepping for the week. Even though the meal prep days are really 2 to 3 hours, it still is 2 to 3 hours probably out of your weekend. And that just doesn't work for some people. The strategy behind this book is you're going to cook a meal and a little bit extra of the protein, maybe a sauce or something, while you're cooking the main meal for that night. You're in the kitchen anyway, the dishes are out anyway, so you're cooking one meal, you're prepping the next, and then the next time you go to serve the second meal, it's pretty much ready to just assemble and serve. The first book did not include any vegetarian meals or seafood options, and those were 2 things that people really wanted. And today's video, I'm gonna show you how she does the vegetarian option, but also in the cookbook, she does some seafood. There's a whole section on seafood and a whole section on vegetarian, so that those people will love this book too. And finally, some feedback that she received from the first book was they're not complete meals. So you could, a lot of it was casseroles or tacos, whatever the main entree was, and then it was up to you to serve probably a vegetable or a side salad with it to bulk it up and make it a full meal, which is totally fine. But if you want some creativity and to try some new recipes, this book is going to give you a side dish. So you can literally just open it to the day you want to cook. You'll have a main dish and a side dish. If you have a large family, maybe you have to add more, but it's perfectly delicious the way it's written. When you pre-order the book, she is going to send you 4 sets of meals, so 8 meals altogether. And I'm gonna show you one today. Now, I'm not gonna give you exact measurements and things, because that wouldn't be very fair to her. So if you pre-order the book, you will get the full recipes, but this will give you an idea of how the system works, and if this kind of meal prep interests you, then you know, hey, maybe I should get the book. Today's meals are vegetarian, and we're going to be using black beans. So we're making a black bean vegetarian burger and black bean enchiladas. In the book, she gives you directions for utilizing dried beans, which are cheaper, and there's nothing wrong with canned beans either. If you use the dried goods, you'll see in the recipe, you have to soak them ahead of time, so it takes a little more prep. But if you don't want to mess with that, you can certainly substitute canned beans, and she explains how to do both. The first meal is a black bean burger, followed by black bean enchiladas the second night. So on the first night, she actually teaches you how to use beans that aren't in a can. So the bulk beans, they're cheaper, and some might argue they're better for you, but I got a canned version with no salt added. So she gives you instructions to do beans this way, or to bulk batch cook beans from scratch, which is a really great way to do it too. So you need 1 can of beans, some lime, and then they use nutritional yeast. So that's the thing when you're making a vegan meal, well, this is vegan or vegetarian meal, is you're gonna have some ingredients that you might not be familiar with. Nutritional yeast has like a cheesy flavor. You see it a lot in vegan sauces, and I mean, people love it. They sprinkle it on their salad or their pasta dishes, and it is actually really good for you. So we're gonna experiment with this, and our flax meal or flax seed ground up. You don't want the whole seeds, and those are very full of healthy fats and some extra fiber. You'll need oil, so you could use ghee. The recipe calls for ghee or olive oil, but I am gonna try it with avocado oil because that is what we have, and salt. Oh, and carrots. So the burger is gonna be made with carrot fries. So we're gonna roast up some carrots in place of French fries because it's a little healthier. And that's it. So those are the ingredients. I'm using canned beans, so I don't have to prep the second can, but if I was doing fresh beans, then I would make a whole bunch of beans, divide it in half. We're gonna make these burgers. This is our dinner tonight. And then tomorrow, although I'm doing it today, we'll assemble the enchiladas, and that is dinner for tomorrow. Black bean burger recipe came together so fast. That's awesome. And now we're going to do the enchilada recipe. And I'm really excited about this one. Looks good. Again, not a whole lot of ingredients. The side dish is salsa rice, which I think is super smart. We're just gonna mix rice, and I'm cheating and using this kind, and salsa. And you put it together, salsa rice. Like, why didn't I think of that? I don't know. And then for the actual enchiladas, we're gonna be using, again, 1 can of baked beans, enchilada sauce. I've got a bunch of seasonings here, and tortillas, cheese, of course, and sour cream to go on top. Right, now we have our black beans all rinsed and drained.
Yummy.
Yeah. Oh, are you gonna eat this?
Maybe.
Maybe, okay. So we need chili powder, regular old chili powder.
Can I do it?
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, dump that in there.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Do you stir it?
We will stir it. Now we need half a teaspoon We got some garlic powder.
What's in my jiggy?
Oh, there's
Mom! I gotta get back in video thing.
onion powder.
Rest that video! Yes! Get the protein.
The protein? Beans are rich in protein, aren't they?
So,
Sprinkle that.
in the beginning you have to say the words.
Oh, let's get a spoon.
If you like this video, comment down below.
Oh, we need a sauce. Okay, so I'm just gonna put half of a can of this
Can I do it?
enchilada. No. We want to just use a little bit in the filling, and then we're gonna put the rest on top.
Why is the beans green?
Not green.
Why is there green sauce on it?
That's our seasoning.
Green sauce?
Looks good. Now all we gotta do is heat up the shells. Oh, we forgot the lime juice. Here, you can do this part.
Then,
Yep, we're gonna put the lime juice in there. Squeeze it together.
got my hand. Let me help.
That's good.
So slimy.
Smells good.
If there's lime in that, I don't want it.
Have
It's
you-
sour.
Oh, I don't think you've ever tried lime. It's different than lemon.
But it's way more sour. Right?
So we're gonna take our corn tortillas and we're gonna heat them up so that they're easier to roll, and then we're gonna assemble our enchiladas.
Enchilada.
So you just wanna put a line of sauce down the middle, or beans and sauce,
Beans and sauce.
right? And I have kind of small tortillas. You might have bigger ones. We like the little ones. Not
That
too
makes-
much.
That makes tiny taco.
Okay, and then Sophie's gonna help me. We're gonna put a little bit of cheese.
Mom, can I have something?
Can you put it on the thing first?
Good.
A small amount, not a crazy amount.
This much?
No, a little more. Here, you can eat that one. Okay. All right.
Ow.
Oh, nope. Okay, so now I've got my cheese.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna roll it up.
Are you making burritos?
Yes. And then I'm gonna put it face down in my tray. And bake it in the oven. You could totally have made the entire bean mixture ahead of time, and then this would be super fast. Or you can assemble it like this and put it in the refrigerator like this, and then when you get home from work the next day, you just pop it in the oven, it's ready to go. What do you think, Sophie? What do you think?
That's kind of weird, but looks great.
All right, I got my enchiladas here. I am not the best at plating, and this is the first one. You know how the first enchilada always comes out kind of messy? But you get the idea. So we have our salsa rice. That's really good. Make sure you use ooh, that salsa's a little spicy. Make sure you use a salsa that you really like, because the flavor is kind of like amplified. Okay, now these just came out of the oven, so they're gonna be hot. Now those are good. As long as you use an enchilada sauce, you could make your own from scratch or buy one that you really like, because obviously that's the dominant flavor. But all the seasonings we added, the cumin, the salt, the garlic powder, the onion powder, all of those things to the actual beans really flavored them quite nicely. Well, there you have it. We've made 2 delicious vegetarian meals based on the Cook Once Dinner Fix book, which is coming out mid-September. You want to pre-order it now so you can get these recipes as well as 6 others. Is that right? Yes, 6 other dinner recipes come with it. and you get it instantly, so you do not have to wait for the release date. I would go do that right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I welcome any feedback in the comments, any questions, I'm happy to answer. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.